and the ball's eventually worked across the park by McGrandles to Montsma, who strides forward into the Huddersfield Town half, finds Deriqua, who jinks, switches onto his left foot, his cross is good, header goalwards, House scores. Great move by Lincoln, you've got to say, and Ben House bulleted his header from 7 yards past the stranded Jacob Chapman. Huddersfield Town have got to stop the flow from Tendai Deriqua. They didn't, and Lincoln have pounced for the opening goal. It's Huddersfield Town 0, Lincoln City 1.
Easy header there as well. He's put good power behind it, good direction to hit Chapman, but he's all by himself on the edge of that 6-yard box. I don't know who's communicating, who's talking, who's looking over the shoulder around the 6-yard box to pick up the man stood right there as the cross comes in, but nobody does. Halleck there just having a little inquisition to a couple of his teammates. But I'm not going to say I sensed it coming, but I did a little bit, I think, because Town have been a little bit slack. Yeah, they stepped the pace up a little bit.
Hackett, meanwhile, keeps the ball in play, finds Arahan, near post ball, clever flick by House, but the ball goes across to Calamatri. His shot's deflected into his own goal by Nigel Lonbike. It's an own goal by Lonbike, and Huddersfield Town trail at home to Lincoln City by 2-0 after 24.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a decent ball into the box. Everyone's expecting a big cross into the 6-yard. Nope, comes along the floor. A couple of little flicks later, I think Calamatry's in there. A couple of other players with some nice sharp touches and just drilled it into an area. Lonbike tries to put it wide, puts it in the back of the net. Again, because Town are just sitting off and just allowing things to happen. It's so easy for Lincoln, who were up for it today, you can see.
For a Huddersfield Town throw-in. Taken short. Kane crosses, near post. Danny Ward tries to flick on the turn. He was the last player to touch it, and it's gone for a goal kick. One thing that's very different about Lincoln today, I think, Matty, is that they've come and taken the initiative very quickly. A lot of teams are quite defensive when they come here in League One so far this season. Kane links with Sorensen, who's closed down by Ruin, who's all the way up on the halfway line. Then a reaching Deriqua fouls Herbie Kane, apologises to him for what was an honest but clumsy tackle. Free kick goes Huddersfield's way. They take it quickly. Sorensen, Kane, now Karoma as a left winger. Past Deriqua, chip cross, goal! Brodie Spencer nipping in from the right side. Karoma doing so much damage as a winger. And Spencer powered in a very interestingly timed goal from close range. Huddersfield Town 1, Lincoln City 2, with most of the second half still to look forward to. We're going to have an interesting game on our hands now.
Yeah, really good goal. That comes from Michael Duffs. I've got to say, bravery with the subs he's made. A lot of attacking subs, not really worrying about defending, with Karoma especially on this left-hand side.
Karoma takes on McGrandles. The cross is good. Headed away by O'Connor. It drops to Sorensen. A left-footed shot. He miskicks. It's across the face of goal. But he's found Karoma, who's still onside. Karoma flips it. Keeper leaves it. Montsma clears with a header from the edge of the 6-yard box.
Oh, that looked like 2 or 3 times it could have ended up in the back of the net. Goalkeeper there, Wickens, was all over the place, chasing shadows inside his 6-yard box. Just couldn't get that final touch, a Town player.
Great take and turn by Ben Wiles. Hasn't he been fouled? Surely it's a penalty. The referee looks over at the liner. It's a goal kick. Wiles looked as if he'd done the defender and been dragged down. That is a remarkable decision not to give a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like his body checked him as he's gone into the 18-yard box. It's a big decision from the referee.
Only keeper Maxwell and Yorpenda are not deployed from the bench today. Headley attacks, goes round Draper, rolls across the face of goal. Spencer's there, and though Spencer keeps it in at the byline, he rolls it into the keeper's hands, a yard from goal.
Another chance again, brilliant from Headley. Great run into that 18-yard box, good ball in there as well. Somebody's just got to get on the end of it, take a chance in that 6-yard box. First to good to get there.
With the corner from the left, under the crossbar, Montsma heads it away. Karoma cushions the header back to the corner taker Wiles. Karoma gets it back, skips infield past Draper's tackle. Karoma shoots, deflected twice, wide. for a corner again.
Getting closer, getting closer. Lincoln are getting further and further back towards that 6-yard box. Loads of space there for Crowan to get his strike off. He's not had that kind of space all game.
Ben Wiles again with the corner. The home crowd conscious of time running out. Spencer crosses. It'll fall for Marshall, whose shot is into the net. He drilled it low. The keeper got something on it, but Callum Marshall has equalised just in the nick of time. It's 2-2 against Lincoln City.
Yeah, deserved. Town have constantly been on the attack this second half. Northern Ireland 2, Lincoln 2. Yes, and they'll be very, very happy with that. But that's just persistence. Just keep going and going. Keep trying to get your strikes off. It's a good first touch as well. I think it's took a little deflection past the goalkeeper, but who cares? The ball's in the back of the net. I did mention at half-time in the media room that football is a game of two halves, and they cannot play as badly as they did in the first half. And they've come out with a lot more purpose.
Waits on the edge of the box. Freddie Ladapo has come back to mark it. Ruan delivers low. There's a tussle at the near side. Somebody in the Huddersfield Town shirt has been left on the deck. Michal Helik has got a knock of some kind in the face. The ball's deflected off a Huddersfield Town player, meanwhile, for a corner to Lincoln City.
Not quite sure what happened there, but he needs to get up.
Michal Helik is absolutely furious with Montsma. He's running towards him. He's been having to be held back by his teammates, Jacob Chapman amongst them.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he's talking about. He's obviously said something to him, but...
Well, I think Michal Helik is also claiming that he's got a knock in the face.
Yeah, he's pretty bounced up pretty quick though when he said something to him.
He was saying, cry like a baby, if I could read his lips. He was saying to Helik, cry like a baby, cry like a baby. That's what he seemed to be saying. If I'm watching a little TV screen in front of us here, but I don't know what happened in the initial incident, but Helik is getting a bit of treatment to his nose, which would suggest that, yeah, some kind of clash.
Just needs to keep his head though. He's captain there. It's the last few minutes of a really good comeback. Don't want to ruin it.
Wickens delivers exactly that kind of ball, but it's too high for Draper to collect, and it's out for a throw into Huddersfield Town. Final whistle. A messy end to the game. Huddersfield Town fans get to their feet, shout at the referee for the incident involving Michal Helik at the end, possibly the incident involving the non-penalty award for the foul on Ben Wiles. The referee will get the blame for all sorts. Huddersfield Town should, you'd expect, get some credit for coming back from 2 down at the break to at least salvage a point from an afternoon that started very unconvincingly for Michael Duff's Terriers. Lincoln certainly played their part in the match, but lost their grip on the game, despite taking that 2-0 lead through House's strong header and an own goal from Nigel Lonbite. Huddersfield Town came back with a header from Brodie Spencer and a well-taken close-range shot from Callum Marshall. The game ends in an ugly fashion, a confrontation between Michal Helik and 1 or 2 Lincoln players. But the shares are 1 point each at the end of a very watchable match between 2 talented teams, both of whom will try and correct defensive flaws before the end of the season. It's finished. Huddersfield Town 2, Lincoln City 2, and Huddersfield Town's unbeaten league run now stretches to 10 matches.